been in uniform, firefighters, law enforcement, first responders. Those sirens tell us well the days and hours and times when you protect our lives. You do every day what those first responders did on that day. And I thank God that every day you are willing. And again, thank God that you're not only willing, but ready and able. Let's put a face on just one life from that tragic day 10 years ago. By this very hour, 10 years ago, Janelle Guzman McMillan, who was the last survivor to be pulled from the wreckage of the Twin Towers. On the morning of September 11th, she lay in bed debating whether or not to go to work, but she did. She arrived at her little cubicle on the 64th floor, dropped off a few things, and then headed downstairs 20 floors below to the cafeteria. After breakfast, she returned to her desk. She sat down and then felt the building shake, thinking it was an earthquake. Not hearing any evacuation alarm, she and her friends turned on a TV, just like many of us did. There she heard the reports of a terrorist attack, and then another. And then another would happen, and another. Thinking of leaving, she found the elevators not working and the stairwells jammed, so she decided to wait exactly where she was. But soon smoke began to come through some of the doors, and she and a friend raced down the flight of stairs. By the time they got to the 13th floor, she stopped to take off her high heels, and then the explosion ripped through everything around her, and there was nothing but darkness. She lost her grip on her friend's hand, and now she was all alone. Debris was falling around her, and she was pinned beneath the rubble of some concrete pillars. She could not move. Both legs were pinned, her right hand severely damaged, and all she could use to push the dust and the ash away was her left hand. The only cushion that she had for some 27 hours was a dead body of someone she would never know. She began to pray, and pray, and pray, and pray. Quote, "I just wanted a second chance at life," she would one day tell reporters. "I prayed for a miracle. I knew God had a plan for my life, and He was going to answer my prayer. I promised Him that I would change my life and do His will if He would just save me." Laying in the rubble, she thought she heard someone or something, and she stretched out her hand and cried out to God, "Why me?" And right then she felt someone's hand. A man introduced himself to her as Paul and told her that he would not leave her until she was rescued.